Hey everyone, I'm Megan, a vocal and nutrition coach, and I want to talk about the 5 things you must know before walking into the audition room. Number 1, know your music. Number 2, know your translation if you're singing in a foreign language. Number 3, practice your slate. Number 4, dress to imply. And number 5, have subtext. Let's get into them. Number 1, know your music. Know every single pitch, rhythm, word, every single detail that you can possibly prepare at home. Make sure it is prepared before you walk into the audition room. Otherwise, the adjudicator or whoever's listening is going to think that what you're bringing with its flaws is your final A-game polished product. So we want to make sure that what we bring them is what we plan to bring in a performance. Number 2, know your translation if you're singing in a foreign language. They may or may not ask you for it, but they will be able to tell if you know what you're singing about just by watching you. And it really helps us too when we do know our translation because we take better breaths, we have better dramatic impulse, and we're more of a storyteller than just a regurgitator of notes. Number 3, practice your slate. Slating is just an introduction you give before you begin your audition. So if it's an acting audition, you're likely going to give your name, your age, your height, and the city and state where you're located. But if it's a singing audition, you're going to give your name, the song you're singing, the show it's from, and the composer. For example, hi there, I'm Megan. I'll be singing Regnava nel silenzio from Lucia dell'Amor by Donizetti. Practice that slate over and over. And I know it seems silly because I know you know your name and I know you know what song you're singing, but when we're a little nervous and we walk in that room, if we fumble in our slate, then it sets us off to be nervous for the rest of the audition. But if we really nail it, then we know we've got a lot more chance of success for the rest of our time in that audition. Number 4, dress to imply. Do not be literal. Let's say you're auditioning for Peter Pan in the role of Captain Hook. Do not walk in with a parrot on your shoulder and do not walk in with a hook on your hand. And I know our intention is to try and put ourselves in light of the character for the director, but trust me, the director will know that you know who this character is just in how you dress yourself. So let's talk about Captain Hook. He's a sinister leader, he's very charming, he's very well groomed. You can take all of those things and put them into your own look. Maybe a nice dark suit and your hair slicked back, well groomed. The director will know that you know who Captain Hook is. And finally, number 5, have subtext. Have an opinion about what you're saying. Write it into your music, into your script, wherever you need it so that you can be reminded constantly of your dramatic impulse for that moment. Let's take the line, I'm so happy you're here. That can be said in a lot of different ways, right? It depends upon how I feel about the person I'm seeing in that scene. So let's look at 2 variations on the same line, I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're here. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. So 2 very different variations on the exact same line. The first one being, I'm really surprised that you're here. And the second one being, I really wish you weren't here. As an actor and a singer, we have so much power in how we deliver our lines. And that's half the fun because nobody ever knows what our actual subtext is. That is just our secret. I hope these tips helped. If they did, drop me a line. I'd love to hear about all of your audition success.